All right, hey Beachbody Canada coaches. Jake Story asked me to go live in this group. However, we are in our new home and the Wi-Fi is not quite reliable, so I thought rather than me glitching out on a live video, I would pre-record this for you and upload it. So Jake asked me to do a 5-minute, 10-minute training lesson video sharing what are my non-negotiables every day geared towards a newer coach. So basically, I just want to share with you exactly what I did as a new coach and still do. It'll be 6 years. I've been a coach in July. I signed up end of July 2013. So I jotted down some notes. Feel free to take notes. Feel free to just take this in. So the first thing after I signed up to be a coach, I did the training. That's number one. That's the most important because you're never gonna know how to start or what to do. You're gonna feel overwhelmed if you don't do the training. So the very first thing I did, I crushed the training. Went through it, boom, done. Second thing I did, made a game plan. When am I gonna work my business every day? The training told me to use this business activity tracker, success system tracker, whatever it is, and that's still what I use to this day. It allows me to work less and get better results. So when am I gonna work? At that time in my life, I was a full-time teacher helping Steven open a franchise, plus became a Beachbody coach. My work time was at 5 a.m., 5 to 7 a.m., and that's pretty much it. That's it for 2 years. That's how I grew my business. Then again, different transitions, different times of life. I'm a new mom now. I work in pockets of time, or when she goes to bed, or before she gets up. So training, make a schedule. When are you going to work your business? When are you going to follow that tracker? Boom. Number 3, do it every day. I can honestly say, yeah, there might be certain things I missed on my tracker. It's never perfect, of course, but I did not miss a single day of working my business for sure the first year, for sure, maybe even 2 years. And honestly, up until my 6th year, I rarely take days off because I can crush my whole work in 1 to 2 hours. I can fit that in no matter what. However, now that I'm 6 years in, I do, if you can hear Ella, I do strategically take more time off because I'm able to. So, training, schedule every day. All right. A few kind of side notes that I feel are non-negotiable. On your tracker, there is an expanding your market. That is vital. That gets done no matter what every day, because I look at it like this. I look at it like a funnel. Your challengers, your coaches that sign up, they drop out of this funnel, but nobody is going to drop if your funnel isn't full. When you start as a new coach, that funnel is empty. Okay? It's going to take some time to fill that funnel for people to drop out, and that's okay. So people get in that funnel by you expanding your network, starting conversations, and they're gonna sit in that funnel as they watch you because they need to start to get to know you, to trust you, to see what you're doing. Some need to sit in there for a week, some need to sit in there for 3 years before they start to drop. They don't drop, nobody drops unless you're putting into your funnel. If you stop putting into your funnel, again, nobody's going to drop. So expanding your network is key. Initially, the people that you're going to help are people you know, friends, family. The first people I helped were 5 girlfriends. I had never been a challenger before. I was about to start my first challenge group. And I was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. You want to do it with me? 5 girlfriends. That's how I started. Okay? So expanding your network through I only had Facebook at the time, so it was friend requesting people, and I would go to my friends, look at their friends, and add people who I thought I would jive with. Now with Instagram, I often go to pages I like, maybe a kids clothing company I love from Canada, and I'll look at their followers and I'll follow people that I think I would jive with, go to their page, like a few of their posts, genuinely comment on a few of their posts, watch a couple of their stories, maybe comment, that kind of thing. And yeah, so expanding network. I wanted to mention something else on that too. Oh yes, so that's how I expanded my network. However, for the first probably at least 2 years, nobody really came to me. Not many people do as a new coach. You might get the odd person. But what I did was every month, I made a monthly list. Okay, so I had a new challenge group every month. Now I do more of an ongoing group, but when I started for the first 2-3 years, new group every single month. So to get people in that group, I needed an invite list. So I'd go through my phone contacts, my Facebook friends, people I knew, and I would make a list every single month. And those were the people I invited to my challenge group. Typically, they were people I was already communicating with. I don't really do cold invites. They just don't work for me, and I think I just don't like them. I don't like getting them, so I don't send them. So if I ever do send a first message to somebody as an invite, it goes something like this. It'll be somebody watching my story, thanking them for the support. Hey girl, like each day I like to message a couple of my followers, and today was you. This mama thing isn't easy, so I really appreciate the support. If you ever want any workout, podcast, book suggestions, recipe ideas, never hesitate to message me. That would be my cold invite, okay? So I have a list. So one of my top coaches right now, her name is Kirsten Clark. She was on my list for February when 21 Day Fix originally came out. Scared shitless to message her because she was one of Steven's best friends in high school, but I was a little intimidated by her. But she was on my list, so I geared up, I messaged her. She became a challenger, became a discount coach, and is now one of the most successful coaches on our team. She did sign up right away for the challenge group. She did turn me down multiple times for coaching. So I make that list every month, so I highly encourage you to do that. Again, filling the funnel. Nobody's going to drop if you don't fill the funnel. Okay. Another thing was I don't do much extra stuff, especially in those first few years because I had zero time. I didn't watch many extra trainings. I didn't do websites or blog posts or, okay, I'll come over there, Ella, or anything extra like that. There was no time, and I knew it didn't grow my business. I knew what grew my business was on that tracker, boom. As long as I did that every single day, I would see success. Oh, and I forgot my list. I'll come back, Ella. And the reason I say every single day is because to me, this business is like pumping a well, those old school water wells. You pump, 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 pump. Finally, water comes out. And as long as you keep pumping, it'll keep flowing. But as soon as you stop pumping, in order to get it started again, you're gonna have to pump, 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 pump again to get it going. So keep it going. All right, 2 last things. At the 1 year mark, I made a really big change. I was a good challenge group person, fitness person. I could get challengers, but I struggled to find coaches. When I realized, a girlfriend told me, Morgs, that's all you put out there. Whatever you put out there, you're gonna attract. So I made that shift, and lo and behold, I started finding coaches because I started posting about coaching, sharing about coaching, inviting to coaching. And my final thing I have really noticed in this 6th year, I feel like it took me 6 years to get good at conversations, is that be human. I don't really use scripts unless somebody's ready to order and we've kind of got steps, but I voice message, I video message, I talk straightforward. I don't beat around the bush. I send graphics of photo packages, of prices. I am looking for people. Come with me. I am looking for people who are ready. I'm not here to convince anybody, so I'm straightforward about it. And if they're not ready, we've got 3 free workouts to give them. The blog, the Beachbody blog's amazing. So yes, I get to know them. I say what sparked your interest. I'd love to know more about you. But other than that, I'm straightforward. Like I said, no beating around the bush. Be human. Yeah? Talk in a way that you'd want to be talked to. That's what I believe in. If I get a random message or somebody beating around the bush, not for me. I talk to people the way I want to be talked to. So those are my non-negotiables, especially as a new coach. If you have any questions, ask them below, and I hope those helped.